GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Indianapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. Prescott looks to throw right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a good push there defensively as they... Gain of just one. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. A great play there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run the option left with Lawrence. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, Lawrence steps away. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
1st down, Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, here's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
The Colts had 5 and 11 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's brought down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On second down, it's Taylor. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
In motion right is Pittman. Third and short yardage. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action with Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to me. On third and short, they'll try option left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Colts 10. Logan Cook to kick off for the
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves.
And Prescott, his third. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A big pickup of 38.
First down, Jaguars.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the 6-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
On red.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4s. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Lawrence now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense, and my goodness, another interception. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Down to the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Quick hitch, complete. It's Pearson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The Colts on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And now here is another interception. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
52, Colts 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First down, Prescott.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A second down throw for Prescott, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Prescott yet again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this will be a win for